Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another Armaf, which by the way, they're killing it lately. I liked the bottles for these. You already saw one of them. This one is from the same collection. It's Armaf Tag Uomo Nero. And I kind of like it. It's the gold and black. It kind of has like a Batman vibe. And it's got the Armaf raised on the back and the tag raised on the front. And this is like a nice silicone handle. This is a magnet, but it's kind of flimsy. Either way, let me spray the opening one more time. But before I even really talk about the notes or anything like that, this is very clearly a clone of YSL Tuxedo. So I feel like that's been said and done a million times. So that being said, in the air, immediately you're like, YSL Tuxedo. Up close, right after you spray it, it's a little off. Oh, and also the first time you spray it, if the same thing happened to me, it won't even come off Tuxedo. Like it'll be like kind of, it's just like this blend of synthetics that you're like, oh, this is kind of off. But then as it dries down, you'll start noticing it. Do a couple sprays when you get this bottle. I say that with most bottles. At first I used to say Middle Eastern, but almost everything these days, unless it's been sitting at like a department store for a while, or like, I don't know, basically not rattled around, you're immediately gonna get YSL Tuxedo. And I think it's a pretty good clone. The only thing I'm gonna say about that is that there's so many, I kind of don't think you can go wrong. There's a lot of really good ones out there too. I think a lot of them are more twists than clones, but this is pretty close. You're gonna recognize it immediately. Now, I think it's obviously closer in the air than on paper, because the more you get your nose close to this, you're like, you know, it's close. But here's something that's kind of what I have found interesting about this fragrance. Okay, so I think most people already know this. It's a rose patchouli scent with a beautiful sweet vanilla. So this right here, I'm trying to see if the notes are pretty much the same. Yeah, the notes are almost completely the same. There's a little difference, but you have some coriander, so it's a nice spiciness, lavender, but also there's ambergris. Okay, so as this dries down, it's really funny, and I don't think you're gonna get this in Tuxedo at all. I smell basically ambroxan. And I smell it the way that like when I make my own ambroxan to layer with other things, I smell it like that. So it's like this really nice sweet ambroxan. And I have never smelled that in any other clone. Like you smell it, it's like specifically ambroxan. You're just like, where's that ambroxan coming from? You know what? It's a note in the original as well, but it's just really interesting because I feel like I've never actually smelled it in there. And that's where this actually differs. It says ambergris, of course, but you're gonna really just get that like ambroxan, which is like basically molecule O2. It's just like a really nice, sweet, fresh, it's a nice scent, and it like typically goes with anything. I just feel like I wanted to make that very clear. You're gonna smell it on its own. The other notes are still going to be there. Let me see if I can smell it right now. No, it's not like that in the opening. It's just like in the kind of later dry down, you're gonna be like, where's that ambroxan coming from? It's this. I like that. I just thought it was really funny. Now, again, basically this is a rose patchouli vanilla scent. You got a little bit of black pepper, coriander, again, ambergris, there's violet, but what are you really gonna smell? It's gonna be the rose, patchouli, and vanilla. And it's a really nice scent to dress up. At least I think so. I think most people think so. I think maybe, in my opinion, the way that they use the ambroxan in this amps up the versatility. Because typically this fragrance I would wear like nighttime, cooler weather, in my opinion. Well, fall through spring, not so much in the summer. But this, although I really wouldn't wear it in a hot summer day, I would still do fall through spring day or night. Whereas most, well, not most, I would say most other clones I would wear more in the evening. this just, as it dries down and you start getting the ambroxan, I promise you, like now that I told you, you're gonna be like, oh, that's where that ambroxan is coming from. And it's not even in the mid, it's not until the late dry down. And it's gonna surprise you, or maybe it won't, but it definitely surprised me. In terms of who can wear this, absolutely unisex, maybe slightly more mature because it's not super sweet. The vanilla is nice and it adds a little sweetness, but this definitely has like a seductive, like older nature to it, to my nose. Again, anyone can like it. I don't think I have any other clones of this. The only thing I have that's in this vein is Cravat Noir from Happyland, which they like to call Tuxedo on steroids. It's very loud and it's a gorgeous fragrance, so I kind of got rid of all my old clones. I will probably keep this because I do like the ambroxan in the dry down. Again, interesting to like really notice that in here, but for the price, there's no reason not to have something like this because then I can wear it a little bit more often and feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Now let's talk about performance. I definitely get more than a workdays of longevity. It's not a beast by any means, but you're gonna get good projection for about the first hour and a half. Again, definitely not beast mode. There are stronger things out there. I mean, I use the Happyland Cravat Noir and it's really strong. But this is probably gonna scratch that itch for most people because the performance is it's average to above average, just not beast. And I feel like I like to clarify that because a lot of people are looking for beast mode fragrances for everyday wear, which I don't know why. But this is going to be really versatile. You're going to get good performance and bang for buck. This is under $30. I got mine at Joma Shop. I don't know where it's available right now, but I'll link it down below. I just thought it was really interesting. I don't know if Armaf has another clone of Tuxedo right now. They tend to do this thing where they make multiple clones of the same thing in different lines, and it's kind of getting, to me, a little bit interesting. But anyway, I actually, I like this one. Again, this is a little bit different, so would it be redundant if you have YSL Tuxedo clones? Yes, but if you're looking for one and you're looking for something that's just like a really easy reach, again, opens up really typical Tuxedo style, but in the end, you're gonna get a little bit more ambroxan, and then I think you would be accustomed to smelling in something like this. Compliment factor, I don't think I got compliments with this, but then again, like, it's not like I'm getting them all the time. It's usually something that like maybe people don't expect to smell on me, that's where I'll get it. And lately, I think I get it more from strangers than I do from like the people that I see 5 days a week, because again, people get used to you wearing fragrance and then they just kind of expect it, right? So not the biggest compliment factor, but do I think it would do well? Yeah, Tuxedo style fragrances typically do really well. If you wear it, I would definitely kind of dress it up. Again, this is slightly more versatile, but I think it would come off more dressed up. Date nights, you can definitely wear this formally, but you could dress this one down. I think that that's kind of the difference, the versatility factor. Again, for under $30, I have no complaints with this fragrance. I couldn't even nitpick if I tried. The only thing that I was saying is that you're gonna a little bit get that ambroxan, and it's just maybe not what you're typically gonna smell from most Tuxedo clones. Typically the ambergris is like blended in a little bit differently than, in my opinion, this one is done. If you've tried it, comment down below. As always, remember to like this video if you'd like to, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!